presented me a massive project of what they can do for me and stuff like that. So I was just thinking to myself, wow, I've just joined the best team in the world. But then at Norwich, when I joined this, I've just joined an academy. I
Okay.
weren't like wow, I was just like,
Yeah.
oh my
Yeah.
god, Norwich. No offense to Norwich, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's just, I just joined Norwich. It weren't. It's more I just joined an academy football team. But
Mm.
when I moved to City, like, wow, I just joined Man City, right? And it took me a while to kind of like process that, and then like some newspapers were talking about it, and it like kind of blew up, and then yeah, it
So you
just
was in
took
the
me a while.
newspapers.
Yeah, some, yeah, um, yeah, it's kind of like on Twitter and stuff like that. Yeah,
So would you say there was a big difference in terms of standards in training between Norwich and Manchester City?
oh, yeah, City, it had to be perfect. Like you know how Pep it starts from Pep Guardiola,
So that
and he
starts from Pep and
yeah
feeds down.
he sets it down to um even down to nines. Like it's not. I wouldn't really know anyone that would say it's fun. Really, it's just you just do it because like they tell you to do it. But yeah, but I'm not like saying the quality of coaching is bad because it's amazing. It's the best that I've been at. But yeah, the difference is yeah, there is a difference.
All right. Do you want to talk about why you kind of chose to leave Manchester City? Did you want to have a
Um,
little sort of talk about that? Why you wanted to?
yeah, so I don't really know where to start. So when I got there, I was all happy. I had a massive project about just me, not about anyone else. What I could do, not what we could do as a team. What I could do. And then whilst I got there, like I would say a couple months, and it just started like fading away. Everything that I was promised, and I don't want to speak about everything that was promised, but some was like playing up, like get like more opportunities and stuff like that. And then there was stuff going on with my contract and stuff. But then we had a tournament, which is kind of like the FA Cup, but for my age.
Hmm.
And then but we won that. So and then it kind of all went up again. So like I was kind of like, oh my god, like what's happening? Like have I made the wrong decision? And then it went all up again. And then I was in like a fantastic digs. I love my digs there. I was so happy there. But then it got to a point where I hit a low again, not digs wise or well, school was a massive
Mentality
factor.
wise.
Yeah, but yeah, just at the training ground, it just weren't. Like when you first look at it, you think it's amazing, but after you start getting there, it don't. It's not really. I'm not. I don't want to say anything bad about it
No, yeah,
because
yeah, yeah,
they're
yeah,
not a
yeah.
bad club at all.
Hmm.
And some people might disagree with me. They might
Of
say
course.
I'm wrong, and they might love it. But
It's
just
your
for
football journey, isn't it? So it's
mm,
about kind of you and how you kind of feel. That's why I just want to sort of get it out there to kind of the young ones that that could end up in the same kind of position as you. Is to um, to make decisions wisely,
mm,
to not rush into kind of things. Because having talking to you personally, if we was to go back, you probably wouldn't change what you signed for
yeah,
or anything like that.
I
No,
wouldn't regret ever
no, of
going to
course,
City because
no.
I love what I did. But yeah, if I was to talk to if I could talk to how old 14
Mm,
year old Arlo, I would just be like, just be careful, just don't
yeah,
rush into it. I don't regret leaving Norwich.
of course.
I wouldn't have said stay at Norwich, but just maybe like
Have
don't
a look
just
around.
close off tunnel
Yeah,
vision.
yeah,
Just yeah,
yeah.
see what's around.
Mm, mm. So, where are we now?
Um, we're at Leicester.
Leicester.
Yeah, so that are you going to
So,
ask me a question, or do you want me to start off from there?
so let's talk about. So, you know, I know you very personally because I'm with you quite a lot, and we talk a lot, and we have a very good relationship. So, I know the ins and outs of a lot of stuff, which other people might kind of not know. And in the summer of last year, you left Manchester City, um, and
I left. Last March.
So, do you want to, and why did you leave Manchester City? Do you want to say why you kind of left there then?
Yeah, so I was gonna get onto that point before. It just weren't what I wanted it to be. It weren't how I saw they were lying. They were upsetting me and my family, and yeah, and it weren't a great time at school as well.
What about
I
the
went,
pathway to football?
yeah, sorry, yeah, that's the biggest part. Pathway, it weren't. It's you're just one of like, thousands. I know goalkeepers is even harder. I'd probably say from me to first team there was um, about 10 to 15 goalkeepers, and that's kind of scary when you think about it, and not just bench goalkeepers, just like starting goalkeepers as well, like international. So,
Hmm.
and when I came, they signed me and signed a different goalkeeper like a week after my age, and I worked back because
Just
when I
while
first
we're
went out,
that's a,
sorry,
just I just forgot about that as well. Just throw that in there. You know, while you're still only 16. We haven't even talked about the fact that during this time of Norwich and Manchester City, you've also played international football.
yeah. Um, so my last year at Norwich, I got called up for an England training camp. Um, I didn't get picked for a camp like to play a game with them, unfortunately, but but that kind of hurt me a lot. But I got on with it, and then yeah, but then I got called up for Ireland my first year of Man City, so maybe they just heard of me. They knew that I was Irish because like, you wouldn't really know that straight off by
You look
looking
very
at
Irish, yeah.
me. Yeah, but then yeah, so I actually made my debut there. I played a couple of games, and yeah, I loved it. But then I did actually get called up for England whilst I was at City, but because I told City that I wanted to leave because me and City weren't in the best relationships right now, and with school and stuff, they kind of blocked that from happening. So that weren't. So I didn't get my chance to play for England, and before then, I always said to myself, I just wanted to play for Ireland. But when that chance came, I was like, no, let me give it a chance. I remember you telling me that as well. I should keep it open. Then when I
Mm.
did get the chance to, it was blocked up, and then since then I've left and I haven't been in football for a while, so I haven't got the opportunity to play again. But we'll hopefully
So from the age of
try and
11,
get the chance again.
we've gone from grassroots to club standard football of a
Yeah.
Cat 1 to international.
Hmm.
Yeah, within the space of 5 years. And that's huge. You know, that's big steps to go from grassroots to international football in 5 years of football. You know, that's very hard. Is there a big difference, would you say, between international football and your club football? And then what is it?
Yeah. Well, the first thing is the pressure, just being able to represent your country, playing for your like club, is like the biggest thing. But like representing your country, there's millions and millions of people that would want to be in your position right now doing that.
Definitely.
That's crazy. Not It's not even just first team, just being playing at 16 right now. There's so many people that wish to be in my position or I wish to
Mm.
be in their position. So that's crazy. And just then, it's from then you have to like hit the ground running. You can't have a bad training session or a bad game because
There's
the
a lot of
levels.
pressure.
Yeah, because level's so high, you need to perform constantly. You can't switch off. You can't have any bad games. You need to be the best because
Well, actually, I
they,
think you've
like, they
made
just
an
replace you.
unbelievable point there. At the age of 16, you've got thousands of people fighting for one position on
Mm.
that pitch, haven't you? Like, so, you
And
know,
if you
for
read
you
the
to be,
England team sheet, the amount of times has changed
yeah,
because you're not performing or somebody want to switch it around. Like from now, the England team to like England under 16s, then you give it 3 years to England under 19s, you'll be lucky if you see two or three of the same faces. They swap like that. You can
mm.
progress really late, you can progress really early. It just depends really.
All right, good. So let's talk about where you're at now.